Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Angela Palmer and I'm excited to share with you today for today's Facebook Live. My name is Angela Palmer and I'm based in Auckland, New Zealand, and I've been a demonstrator for over 12 years, coming up 13 years, and I enjoy coming to you live each Thursday at 1:30 p.m. New Zealand time to share some ideas with you, to inspire you and to help you with your stamping and your paper crafting, card making and things as well. So if you're here joining me live, great, thank you. Feel free to leave a comment, let me know who's here and where you're from. I know for many of you, you watch the recording later and I appreciate that, whether you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube. Thank you. If you're on YouTube, please remember to subscribe and then you'll be notified of upcoming lives and videos and things too. All right, so today I'm going to share a technique with you, and I've called it the Debossed Ink Resist Background Technique. So it's quite a cool technique. It's not too hard to do, and it helps you create some awesome backgrounds for your cards, and you could use it for scrapbooking as well. And you just need an embossing folder, some ink, and some blending brushes. So I'm going to use a stamp set or a stamp and punch set, which is one of my favorites that unfortunately is retiring. It's part of the last chance. It's a great set. So I thought I'd use it one last time before it retires and share this technique with you as well. So with our technique, you can use whatever embossing folders that you like, try it with different color combinations, and you can create all sorts of backgrounds. So I did do this in a class recently. And I was also shown this technique by a fellow demonstrator when we did a team retreat a couple of months back. So that was Shona. And then she's seen things online too. I think Sharon Armstrong and other demonstrators have done it as well. So I don't know what they called it, but I've called it the Debossed Ink Resist Background Technique. And as we do it, you'll probably see why it's called that. All right, so thank you for joining me today. Linda, appreciate you being here. That's great. Anyone else that's here as well, thank you. All right, let's hope that sound, picture, and everything is all good today. Do let me know if there's any issues. It is a bit windy here. We've got our stormy sort of cyclone weather hitting Auckland and things. It's not really wet, just quite windy. So hopefully that doesn't affect the internet. All right, so let me show you what we're going to use today. So this is the Layering Leaves stamp set, and then there's also a coordinating punch, and it's been around for many years, and which I'm very grateful for. And I like it because it's got some sentiment as well as some images, and then you get to punch them out. So punching them out makes things nice and quick and easy. And there's also an embossing folder. I haven't had a chance to put up my supplies yet, but I will add those to the description as well. This is, I think it's called just the Fern. It's a 3D embossing folder. Probably hard to see, but when you see it on the card, you'll see what it looks like. So these are last chance products and they're discounted. And just to remember with last chance products, sometimes things are a bundle. I don't believe this one was or is it currently. But sometimes stamp and die sets as a bundle, you save 10%. But with last chance, sometimes getting them individually because of a bigger discount is actually cheaper. So make the most of this month. Look at anything that you really like that could be retiring and get it before it's gone. Okay, so let me show you today's card. And I've got two variations. I'd love to know which one you like best. So these are them here. So now you can definitely see the Fern pattern in the background. Right, now the only thing with my glass mat is you do get the reflection of the lights a little bit. Otherwise, is the picture okay? To me, the background grid looks a bit distorted, but hopefully for you guys, it's all good. So this is what I call the debossed side. So embossed is when you emboss something and it gets pushed up and it's higher up. Debossed is the kind of downside. So usually an embossing folder is this way with the Stampin' Up logo here, put it in, take it out. This is your embossed side, which is predominantly what we use. But today we want to have it upside down and use a debossed side, and you'll see why when we create this card. So I couldn't quite decide with my sentiment whether I wanted it with white, obviously that stands out a lot more, or whether I wanted it to blend in a little bit more. So I've used the green, the granny apple green. So I've kept it fairly simple, sort of natural colours. The colours I'm going to use today, I'm using granny apple green and some garden green. And then the colour that I'm using with that for my background is pecan pie. So I've got those colours with my card base and layers as well, pecan pie and granny apple green. So I've got a piece here. Let me just check that it is the right size. Yes. So the important thing, and I shared this with my team recently as one of the techniques I taught them, but with a completely different stamp set and colours, is the order you do this. So it's basically 3 steps. The first step is sponging with colour. So we're going to do that first. So that's step 1. The second step is embossing, or in this case, debossing. And then the third is coming in with your other colour. So let me show you the process. I'm just going to leave that there, so hopefully it doesn't, what's the word, have the light reflecting. So I'm just using 2 colours. You could use more, but you do have to sponge first. Otherwise, this doesn't work. We want a reasonable amount of colour, but you don't have to worry if it's a bit kind of splotchy and things, because there's so much going on that if you've got a darker bit there, it's not going to matter. So I'm going to come in with some green first, and then I'm going to come in with my garden green, so I've got a bit of contrast. So fill in the gaps. And I might come back with more granny apple green if I feel that I can't see it quite so much. So just basically covering the whole back as best you can. If it's darker, then it will, show through more. So I love blending brushes and things. Obviously, usually we don't want those marks, and you start off and you come onto the page, but this one I'm just going to come back with my other green just to make sure that's prominent enough. All right, so can you see the idea? I basically don't want any white, so just sort of alternating those colors until I'm fairly happy with it. Every card is going to look different, and that's okay. All right, I'm going to close these up so I don't get ink where I don't want it, and I'm going to give that a white. I'm not sure where the actual chamois is that I got with this, but that one works fine. All right, next step is important. So I've got my embossing folder. Like I say, usually we'll put it in, and that's the right way up. But this time I want it to be the debossed side. So there's my label at the top. I'm going to put that upside down, or you can turn it over and have that side showing, and that's going to push the pattern down, and you'll see, let me do it and you'll see what I mean. So using my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, this is a 3D embossing folder. So I'm using my 1 plate and my 4 plate, debossed side at the top, or the debossed side where the sponging is, and put it through. And you can see what it looks like. I'll move that out the way. Okay. So it doesn't look very exciting at the moment, okay? But I don't know how well you can see, but the pattern goes down. That's debossed. So what I'm then going to do is I'm just going to bring this in. As you can see, it's been used quite a bit. And I'm going to use my pecan pie and very gently swipe across. And you'll see that the top layer gets the ink, but not the debossed. Just like that. So you can stop there if you feel that you want a bit more color, just go over it again. But now the pattern really shows through. And that's it. That's my background. So quick and so simple. You can use it with a variety of embossing folders, and I'll show you some more afterwards. Now we've basically just got to decorate our card. So I'm going to put that on a granny apple green border and then onto my card front. Oh, the other thing I was going to get for those were, oh, you can't see them, for my other cards was embellishments, and I forgot to put them on. And I think they're next door, which is a bit annoying. So maybe you'll have to wait until I take photos and you can see what embellishments I've put on them, because I sort of want something neutral. All right, so we're going to adhere that like so. Try and get an even border. So when you do emboss a folder, sometimes it, you know, stretches out the cardstock a little bit as well. So that, and then onto there. So the colors, again, I've used granny apple green, garden green, and then pecan pie. So garden green is only just the ink in the background, and that way I've got, you can see, you know, the different sort of coloring. Yeah, so just like that. So the question is, so just to show you what I've done on the inside, I've done the 3 layers and I've stamped one of the leaves. So you've got a choice of making it the green or the white, and I've actually got a third idea, so I thought I'd do the third idea with you and then we can decide what we like overall. So I've got some scrap paper somewhere. Is this it here? I always manage to bury my papers and things when I do this. That's my piece for the inside, so we'll try not to use that. Where is it? If not, I have another piece that we will use. We will just use, is that the right size for, yep. Okay, I've got another piece here, we'll just use that. Okay, so my thought is to do something in between. So we're not going to use green cardstock. We are going to use white, but we might actually sponge it. So let me actually try a different stamp this time. So I might use this one. So I'll put the other one away. So like I said, I like this particular set because it's got stamps as well as like images as well as sentiments. And it's got quite a few, you know, hello, thank you, sending hugs, thinking of you, best wishes for you. For you is quite a generic one as well. Now with my punch, it would probably actually be better if I make it a strip. So what I might do is my sentiment first. I think I will still stamp it in green. Oh, sorry, I haven't been looking at the comments. Let me just have a look. Oh, Linda said, well, I know it looks really effective, eh? It looks very cool and without too much effort. Okay, so I'm going to do my best wishes. And then I am going to cut it out with a 2-inch circle punch. But you could do any shape you like. Sorry, I don't want to make it too noisy for you. Okay, then what I'm going to do is, obviously, if I stamp on the side, how are we going to go? See how I'm wasting there? So I'm going to trim it in half, and then I won't waste my cardstock quite so much, hopefully. All right. So we're going to use, I'm not sure if I'll get 2 out of it or not. So basically you can decorate it however you like, and I'll just show you some other possibilities after this too. I think my granny apple green actually needs a, what's the word? Oh, I can't think. Re-inking. It's getting a little bit light, but that's quite cool actually. It's got different degrees of greenness. So I'm going to put this through. Now this one, actually I don't think this was the one I wanted. I actually was going to use that one, but anyway, this will do, because I was thinking I was going to sponge it, but actually it's quite green on its own, so we can go with that. So it wasn't what I intended, but that's okay. I was thinking with my circle, which I have, what did I do with it? Buried it. Here it is. If we didn't want so much white, so there we go. So you can see it, but it gets a little bit, maybe we'll sponge it a little bit too. What do you reckon? So let's just try, not too much. I'm not even putting more ink on it. I'm just going to use what's on the brush. So you can tell me what you like. Do you like it sponge, so it's just a subtle green? Or do you like the green cardstock? Or do you like the white cardstock? There we go. So that's kind of a bit more, bit of a green background. Okay, let's put that on with some dimensionals. So what I'm going to do is just put a couple of dimensionals in the middle because I want to tuck my leaves in. So we're about, so we want to have a leaf down there kind of thing, and then like so. So I don't want it too low down because we do want to, so let's try about there, maybe slightly to one side. Use a glue dot or a bit of glue and then just tuck it underneath. So now we've got 3 versions. You have to tell me which one you like. And of course, yeah, you can use other colors, other sentiments. And yeah, I would actually, oh, my best wishes isn't quite level, if you know what I mean. Let's just turn it. Is that better now? Yeah. I would put a little bit of sparkle on it too. But I think that's in the other room. Okay. You could even put a little bit of twine on it if you wanted. Add to it. Okay. Oh, Helena likes the sponged green. Yes. Just a little bit softer, eh? That's quite a dark green. This one is quite white. In real life, it looks even, yeah, slightly better. And you could obviously mix it. You could do these leaves, but you could sponge them. So let me just try that because I'll show you what I intended to do, but didn't quite. You can tell me what you think too. So let me stamp one of those other leaves and sponge it. So there's all sorts of possibilities. So I was thinking of, you can't see. So I just got that other stamp out that I forgot before. You could then kind of sponge over it even before you punch it out. So then it's a light sort of colour behind, not so white. That's what I'm trying to get away from, I think. And then punch it out so it's subtle. Where are we? I just need to rip that off. Can't quite get that angle right because that bit was poking through. Okay, so all sorts of possibilities, even though it's the same card and things. So that's another option, okay, which is what I meant to do and did that by mistake. So that's quite a solid green, or we could go for that, which actually I quite like. Then it sort of ties together. So we've got all sorts of variations. What do you like more? Could do one of each. Green cardstock with a maybe sponge green, says Linda. So do you think maybe that and then sponging it a bit? You know, all sorts of possibilities. You can have fun. All right, so there we go. So what I did on the inside of the other cards is whatever one I had done, I stamped as well. So let's do this one again and stamp on the inside. Just and you could also do your envelope as well. I've got quite a bit around the edges, so I don't want to rock my stamp. There we go. And I'm going to layer it up on the inside too. Okay, so who's going to give this technique a go? Find whatever embossing folders that you've got. And so you do need to sponge first because you can't get the ink into the debossed bits if you try and do it after. And the resist is when you put that ink over the top. Obviously, it's on the higher layer, but it's not down in the groovy parts, if you know what I mean. Cool. All right, there we go. So which is your favorite? I thank you, Kim. Kim says it's nice and pretty. So we've got the Granny Apple green cardstock with the greeting. We've got the sponged white or the plain white. Very cool. All right, let me show you another card that we did. So this is the one we did at the retreat initially, and I'm trying to remember what colors it is. I think it might be Calypso Coral and maybe Pecan Pie. So this is the Forever Plaid embossing folder. And just put that there to get rid of that reflection. Yeah, and a couple of colors like might be Fruity Flamingo, Calypso Coral, Peach Pie, something like that. And then that's the black ink over the top. And here is the same card design, but in different colors. So here it is in Fresh Freesia and Balmy Blue. And then I have put both these cards, use the Daisy, Cheerful Daisy, which is another one that will be retiring. So you'll see on this one, I did have embellishments on it. This one, I haven't quite put them on yet, but I should. Yeah, so I'll find some embellishments and add that as well. So lots of possibilities with an embossing folder. So check out what other embossing folders you've got. Some will work slightly better than others or will be more noticeable. But remember, plain cardstock, sponge it first, then emboss it on the debossed side. So make sure the sponged side is facing down. And then go over with your ink. Could be black, could be, a darker color of some sort. So there you go. Kim says she likes the pink and blue one. I know, that's one of my favorites too. It's very cool. So this is, like I say, what Shona taught us. I'm not sure if she got the idea online. Then I created it with the pinks and blues. I love blues anyway, but I think the pinks are quite nice. Pink and blue, which is Fresh Freesia. And then going for a more natural look, I've created these ones. So why not give that a go? A couple of things just to share and show you before we finish today. The annual catalogue, this new one, will be coming out in May. I can't open it and show it to you just yet. They have arrived. The labels are on the back now. My daughter helped with that. I'm just putting together the information about my paper and cardstock share and also my in color club. So I'll send that with the catalogues. So I know some of you are waiting for them. So over Easter, I'll get that all finished. Got to make up the labels to send out and get that ready to send out over Easter. So look out for that. If you're not sure if you're getting one, you can put your name on my list and I will send one, get in touch with you and send it out. The other thing I wanted to show you, where did I put it? Is, I had it right next to me, or so I thought I brought it through. Did I? Is a scrapbooking kit. Maybe I've left it next door. A scrapbooking kit called Meant to Be, and I'm doing a class in May. I can't see it in here. Where did I put it? Must still be next door. I forgot to bring it through. Let's come back to me then, since I'm not showing you. So it's the Meant to Be scrapbooking kit, and we're going to do it as a class. We're going to make it together. It's 3 double pages, so 6 pages in total. All the papers are there. I'll go through how to cut it and how to arrange it, and we'll just have fun crafting together. So if you're local in Auckland and would like to take part, I'm doing an order today for some of those kits. And today was going to be the last day to register, but I've realized it's Easter, so not a lot of orders will obviously get done till next week anyway. And then I'll do another order on Monday night, Tuesday morning. So if you'd like to take part, then you can get in touch with me. And so you're paying for the kit and a class fee, so it's $80, and we'll have lots of fun crafting together. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this fun technique, the debossed ink resistant background technique. Something that if you've got some embossing folders, some blending brushes and ink that you can make. If you are needing any supplies, feel free to order through my online store or get in touch with me and I can help you. Remember to make the most of the last chance products. So the annual catalogue will be starting in May. But there are things that are finishing soon or on sale. So get those now while you can before they're gone, like the layering, layering leaves and the punch that goes with it, whatever it's called, the Bough Punch or something. So yeah, reach out to me if you need any help with those, and then be on the lookout for information about the In Colour Club, paper shares. Paper shares are great because you can get a variety of papers and without having to buy whole packs. And this year I'm going to include a cardstock share. So you'll get some cardstock that matches with that paper. So that way you'll know that it coordinates. And that's one of the things I like about Stampin' Up is the coordination of colours. You know that if it's real red in the paper, then the real red cardstock is going to match, that kind of thing. So it's great. All right. So thank you for watching me today. Please reach out to me if you've got any questions. I'll be happy to help. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. And if you're waiting for one of those catalogues, be on the lookout for them from next week and things, because they will start depending on how long New Zealand Post take, but I'll be posting those out to you. All right, have a wonderful Easter. I hope you enjoy your Easter weekend. Time, family and friends, and for me too, as a Christian, obviously, Easter is an important time. Maybe take the time to remember what Easter is about as well, as you enjoy your chocolate and hot cross buns and things. So have a safe and happy Easter. And I look forward to seeing you